Little exercise. Good afternoon.
Welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren.
And I'm Ian.
And I'm just getting warmed up because it is a cool evening here. Don't worry, we might prance a little bit, but we'll get warmed up with our body weight and then we'll get into our kettlebell routine. So with your bells off to the side, and no further ado, let's get started.
It's time for that head, neck, wrists, and a ground-based warm-up. So let's get to the floor. Maybe it's a lunge. Take your time getting down. And then quick fingers and wrists on the ground. Fingertips first. I have 8 of my fingertips, thumbs excluded here on the ground, and very gently just springboard into those fingers. Energize the palm, and remember, whether it's handstands or get-ups, grip with those fingertips. Next, callus lying down. With the callus lying down, roll out on the hand, keep the index finger heavy. Roll in on the hand, keep that pinky finger heavy. As Lauren adjusts the heat, we'll get warm soon enough. Roll in and out across those hands. Next, line up that full hand is on the floor. Screw it in. Are those blood donations forward? Armpits pulling down, like in that tall sit in the get up. Screw into those shoulders. We'll return to the hands in just a second, but for now, pull the hands to the feet and knees. Maybe that encourages your shoulders to drift over. Then push forward, go back, keep your tailbone tipped to the ceiling. Repeat that one more time, pull your hands to your knees, driving forward, then press away and off the hands. One more quick wrist warm up, peace sign digits first, knuckles down. So with those fists, knuckles down, and rest your weight on the index and middle finger. Can you try to reach the pinkies to the floor from there? Think reaching out that pinky or lateral side of the hand while staying heavy on your index and middle. Reach those other 2 knuckles to the floor.
Without just dumping over.
Then from here, low effort, flex over that wrist. Pack the shoulder down. That's flexibility. Now let's add that strength component by pressing the knuckles into the ground, returning the wrist to stacked. Alternate on the other side. Open the hand. Primarily flexing over those index and middle fingers. Then press into the floor, bringing the wrist back. Last one each here. Flexibility is being able to get towards the floor. Strength is being able to come back home on those wrist extensors. Last one here. Flex over on the wrist and then press down and stack. The fingers can't help too much, but flick away the floor with the fingers. And from here, Lauren will warm up some toe squats, I think.
Let's sit back, pointing feet out the back here, sitting back into that low sit. Now, squeezing both cheeks. Can you squeeze your right? Then can you squeeze your left? Then squeeze them both and extend those hips forward. From here, we'll tuck our toes, rock back into that low squat. Let's find our heels. So stay as low as you can and try to push your heels to the floor. Then drive it into the floor, extending up to tall. Repeat to come back down, knees towards over toes. Then let's find a light balance on those toes. Before we go any further, pressing up out of it, holding that balance. Heels will come down, keeping those knees nice and straight. Now we'll go up, then knees forward, hips stay underneath. From here, with or without your hands, that soft landing. We'll extend those hips, driving forward, untuck the toes at the back, and sit back down. I believe we're coming back to that to that all fours position to go through some head neck.
Excellent. Fingertips, callus lines in hands, fully connected to the floor. At the head neck, look forward, gently extending the neck. Then tuck a chin. Repeat. Extension, looking forward. And then next, tuck that chin. Lengthen out, crown energy out of the crown of your head. From here, next, ask that rib cage to do its rounding job. Flexing that rib cage on the hips, rounding like a cat. Then, extend, pressing that sternum forward. Continue for 2 or so more and keep the head or face looking between those hands throughout. And ask that rib cage to extend like the cow as Lauren's showing there. Gently like that cat flexion shape, maybe coming up next. And finish back in that extension or cow. Now for one more go here, pay attention to the low back. Tuck those hips under, pull on the abdominals to have the cat-like shape show up in the hips. Then press the floor forward through the hands, tipping that tailbone back to the ceiling. Repeat again, pull. Feel the tailbone tuck under, engage those abs on the front, and press back to our cow shape. In our cat-cow, view this as a strength move. Pull on those abdominals one more time to tuck under, and then feel that strength on the floor to press away. Then press away through those hands. And one more toe squat with Lauren.
This time, let's try to keep those hips extended. So shoulders, hips, knees in the same line as we gently lean back. How far back can you go? Lean back, but then be able to pull yourself back out of that. Now let's switch our feet and point them out the back and try the same thing. Lean back, keep that rib to hip connection as to not arch that low back, and then drive back to center. Ooh. We'll tuck those toes. We'll rock back to that low squat. This time, let's stay on our toes. Press into the floor up, and then control the down. Knees towards over toes. Light rise. Now, right here, could we try that hip extension again? So staying on that toe balance, extend your hips to try to create that straight line from the knees, hips, and shoulders, and then we'll drive down to press out of that and control the heels to the floor. One more time. Knees towards over toes. Find the light balance. Press the hips forward, extending. Now, let's try to get as low as we can with those extended hips. And then when we can no longer go lower, they'll drop back behind us. Our knees will come down. We'll extend through. And we'll shake it out. We'll get ready for a light arm bar here. Grab a bell, lightish to start. This is what our arm bar will look like. I'll do a body weight for you. We're gonna do one set of this. We'll start in our cuddle. You can join me if you like to practice body weight one time. Roll press. We're taking our off arm and stretching it long over our head and our off leg long. So we have this nice long line. With that bell in our hand, we'll use our foot to extend our hip, roll to our side. We'll take our foot off the floor. Our knee will land on the floor, hooking our foot behind our leg, holding, packing that shoulder, breathing. And then to come back, our foot will find the floor and we'll control using our core through our back. We'll do that 2 or 3 more times each side, and then we'll do a plank in between. So get your bell.
Got my light bell, ready to go.
Starting. Sorry, I'm just trying to get in a good place here.
In that cuddle.
Starting in your cuddle. From your cuddle, use your 2 hands and roll to your back. Press that bell with 2 hands. Pack the shoulder, nice straight wrist. So the arm that has the kettlebell, that same leg is bent. The other arm is long and the other leg is long. Now use that foot to push in the floor, extending your hip as you would on your get up. The foot will come off the floor. The knee will come over, landing on the floor, and the foot hooks behind the knee and hold and breathe. Could you look away from your bell for a second? And then foot finds the floor, control to your back. Repeat again. Nice and long, press towards the ceiling. Hook that foot, hold, breathe, pack your shoulder. Feel those little rotators working hard. And then control to your back one last time because 3 is great. Push into the floor, extending. Hooking that foot, taking a breath. Then coming back, foot finding the floor. Control, roll, 2 hands. Bell pulls down. Cuddles to return to the floor. Whew. Take a second.
Got it.
Flip around. Same thing on that other side. Always starting in your cuddle. Rolling with 2 hands and pressing. That off arm extends overhead. The off leg reaches long. Push into the floor, hip drive. Rolling to your side, hooking that foot. Breathe, pack the shoulder, screwing it in, try to look away. And then foot will come back, finding the floor, and to your back. Repeat, use that hip extension. That glute will come all the way off the floor as you use it to roll. Breathing, packing, and control to the back. One last time here. Boom. Controlled roll. Feel how this core will help you to roll back, bracing, not being that weeble wobbly, and control. With 2 hands to pull the bell down, finishing in your cuddle. Speaking of weeble wobbles, We're gonna swing later, so let's not be one.
Ooh. I don't know what a weeble wobble is, but I can imagine what it would look like. One of those car wash dudes.
That was your cue to cue it.
That was my cue. So the anti-weeble wobble exercise here will be our hard style high planks. So let's get those hands down. Establish your high planks position. Gently tip your tailbone towards the ceiling. Then from here, scoop, tucking under those hips. And for 5 seconds, pull your right hand to your right foot for 4. 3, create tension, squeeze your bum and breathe. And then coast away that effort. Repeat on the left side. So pull the left hand to the left hip to left foot, left side to left, and then relax. Now for 5 more seconds, do both of those things. Pull your right to the right, the left to the left, quiver a little bit, squeeze a lot. Gently place the knees down. Tailbone tips like a cow, and perhaps just press the floor forward to our child's pose with that tailbone long. From here, let's go one more time on that plank. Set up your shoulders over top of those wrists, tuck under the hips. This time, pull your left hand to your right foot to your left hand. Relax. Same effort, the other diagonal. It's my left foot to my right hand. Pick your diagonal and fill it with tension. And relax. Now both diagonals to create that X go. Right hand to left foot, left hand to right foot. And keep going for 3, 2, gently down. From here, let's press the floor away. Sit in our kneeling position as Lauren is, or from our sitting on our heels to our tall kneel. Then transition to the toes. Perhaps find those heels sitting on the ground. Then full extension to the top with just that little bit of a shake.
All right, we're throwing in something a little new tonight. For 2 sets, we're gonna work through some single arm rows and some squat mobility. So I'll be using my lighter of my 2 bells for my single arm rows. Let me show you, and then let's all do a couple together. Like the number 3. You could either place your hand on an ottoman, step something in front of you. Because I don't have one, I'm just gonna use my body. So in our hinge position, we'll take our bell, and we'll pick it up. Then the first move I want you to do is to set your shoulder. So without bending your elbow, you're gonna be retracting your shoulder blade into that set position. Then from here, we're gonna row pulling, and we're gonna end so that the elbow is in line with our side body. Any more, and we'll get into that yucky internal rotation we don't want. Then we're gonna hold. Then we're gonna slowly extend the arm, trying to keep the blade where it is. And then we'll reset and do the whole thing again. Shoulder pack, row, pull, hold, arm extends, reset. Sounds great? Good. Grab a bell. Get in your split stance. So the same leg, the leg that's back, that arm is gonna have a bell. So we'll chop our hips hinging, and you'll have to come down a little bit lower just to pick your bell up off the floor. So get a nice grip, pick it up. Right away, don't bend your elbow, retract your shoulder. Now start pulling, rowing through your lat. Hold, 3, 2, keep the blade where it is, slowly start to straighten the arm. It'll get to full straight, then reset that shoulder, reach it, pack it, row it, hold, 3, 2, again, extend the arm, then the blade will go, the blade will retract, then the arm will row, hold, 3, 2, extend the arm, bend the knees slightly to place the belt safely on the floor, and stand back up. We should have felt that in our lat muscle, as well as a little core.
Lots of core.
Yeah.
Always core.
To anti-rotate here. Let's switch sides. Use our hinge again to pick up that bell. Then from here, just as the last time, retract that shoulder blade first. Then start to row, hold. 3, 2, blade stays, arm extends. Blade protracts, wraps forward, blade retracts, row, pull, hold. 3, 2, repeat. Arm goes, then blade, then blade, and then row, hold. 3, 2, arm extends, and then gently bend into place. That bell on the floor.
We've been in a low squats position in that narrow stance. Let's explore that campfire squat, low squat, in your squat stance. Feet turned out, pull in, and take your time descending into the squat. From here, first time through, have a little bit of fun. Go in, go out. Keep the feet heavy, pinky side as you roll in, big toe side as you roll out. Spend 5 more seconds here. Spread those toes. Grip down, then take a breath in.
Yep.
Core tension up. And then Lauren's little prancercise or silly stuff in between. Let's go one more time on Lauren's rows. Last go.
Here we go, rows.
Favorite set of 3.
Use your hinge. Over top of your bell, grip. Lift it off the floor first, then retract the blade. Pull with the lat, hold, stay square, extend the arm, reset the blade, protract, retract, row, hold, 3, 2, one more time, arm goes, then blade has to move, blade retracts, arm rows, hold, 3, 2, we'll extend the arm, and then we'll bend to place it down.
Good habits for those swings coming up to keep that shoulder blade back.
Feels really good, actually. All right, use that chip chop hinge, come down, grip the bell, bring it up, retract shoulder blade, row to pull, hold, extend the arm, and then the blade goes. Blade goes back, arm rows, hold, extend the arm, blade goes forward. One last time, blade retracts, pull the arm, let the arm go, and then slowly place the bell down. Whew.
Nice. One more time on the squat. Find your stance. Is it narrow? Is it wide? A place, well, maybe we'll be goblet squatting from before. Excuse me, in a moment.
Later.
So let's pull ourselves down, feel that preload tension, and create the right amount of wiggle room in the hip. With low effort, place a single hand on the inside of a knee. Then pull the knee away. Then match the tension, arm to leg again, but this time pull in as to resist and relax. Same thing other side, low tension, hand or elbow towards knee. Then from the hip, pull away, from the shoulder, match. Now pull together to create that nice adduction tension, relax, and then core tension up. Wiggles and shakes. On the down phase, pull together. On that up phase, press away. We're doing some squats in a second. Check in.
All right, we're gonna do some get-ups first, and then some squats, and then some get-ups, and then some squats, and then some get-ups and squats. Whatever bell you'd like to start with, we're gonna do one get-up on each side, starting from the bottom, standing all the way up, going back down. That means we get to lie down. Come on down.
Nice.
So a single on each side to start, and then we'll be doing some goblet squats in between these. From your kettle, you're rolling to the back and pressing that bell up. Using that hip drive we practice in our arm bar, get to your elbow, to the hand. We lift and sweep. Pushing the floor away, extending those hips, and using both legs on those lunges to come up. Controlling that down. Rotating under the bell. Packing those shoulders before you sweep to the elbow and press away, controlling to the floor. 2 hands and finish appropriately. And then switch sides. Take a second, get oriented, and here we go. 2-handed roll, 2-handed press. Extend hip, find hand. Squish that bag, straighten that elbow. Pressing away. Front foot, hippity hop. Control the down, keeping that vertical upper body. Rotating under and around that bell. Sweeping to the elbow and to the back. Parking with control. Whew. No rules. Standing up.
Stood up. Woo! Lauren's ninja get up there.
Yeah, you thought I was going to do a kip.
I loved it. Anyway, is good.
Squatting.
We have our kettlebell. Is the same load you use to get up, lighter, heavier, or even just a body weight groove to pretend. I'll be starting by cheek cleaning this kettlebell to the goblet. Feel the preload, zip up, and catch. Adjust your stance as you need. Breath in on the down, and full body tension up. Repeat. There's 2. Pull in. 3.
We thinking 5?
2 more times here. Yep. There we go. Each one as strong as the one before it. And then return to the floor with those shakes. Reset with that wiggle. Take a breath, take a sip. And now on that menu board, it's time for 2 get-ups in a row.
Just to keep you on your toes or on your feet, we are going to go from the top down. That means you get to press it.
All right.
We'll stand over top of our bell, we'll press the bell, we'll go all the way down, all the way back up, all the way back down, all the way back up. Hopefully holding that bell the whole time. If it's too much, please place the bell down or do a half get up appropriately.
All right.
Hinge, grip, cheek clean, press. Leg you can touch will drop back. That front foot opens and we rotate hinge. Sweeping, elbow, and back. Keep that bell up, come back up to tall. We're looking at that bell here, and then we get into that lunge position and we'll look forward. One more time if okay, or get as far as you can safely. Thinking about each move as it goes, keep the bell up. Both legs on the lunge, and then pulling down with control. Parking the bell.
Ooh, that press is always a little bit harder. I like it. So thank you for including the press.
Of course. Take a couple breaths.
Dragon,
Slow it down.
dragon.
You gotta force that exhale. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Starting with our cheek clean, hinge, grip, rack, press. Then step back, open, rotate. Use that hinge by pushing the hips back, then restacking the shoulders to the elbow and the back and up. Rotating around that bell. One more time, as safe and allowed. Taking your time through each move. All the way up to that tall stand, pulling the bell down with control and parking.
That big breath in. And as Lauren said, that slower, forced exhale for control. It's time to squat though, so shake it out in between. I do like that cheek clean up to that goblet hold. You could also do your biceps curl up, but here we go. 5 repetitions of our swing. Pack the shoulder, feel the preload, zip up, adjust your stance. Sniff and hop, 1. In on the down and hop on the 2. Again for 3, full body tension. And there's 4. And last one, 5. Return to the wiggle to reset.
One more get up on each side. We'll go back.
One more get up.
One more get up.
Yeah.
We'll go back to the floor, start at the bottom, get to the top, go back down. Normal get up procedure. So come on down.
All right.
Take your time, a couple extra breaths here. 1.
1.
Piece of cake compared to 2.
Yeah.
Here we go.
50% less.
That would be correct. Roll press. Here we go. 1 full get up all the way up and all the way back down. Each step 1 at a time. Not rushing the move. And finishing in your firing range. And park. Oh.
Here we go.
Here we go.
There we go.
Who doesn't like a little get up in the afternoon?
Sounds like a Tuesday afternoon to me for doing get-ups.
Like 4:05, give or take. All right. Same thing on the other side. Last one, get up of the day. Cuddle, press. Up. That hip extension, very important on that first move. And last down today. Feel how you rotate under that bell. You restack those shoulders before you sweep. And then to the elbow. And to the back. And pull. And park. And no rules. Stand up.
With our last set of get-ups, we have one last set of squats. Cheat clean, biceps curl. Here we go. 5 repetitions of our squat. Breath in, breath out, and let's go. Cheat it, clean it, breath in, and full body tension up. Pull yourself down, power up. This is rep number 3. 2 more times here, down and up. And last one, to up. Return to the floor, shake out, barehanded. As you recover here, let's just do one quick body weight swing drill as swings are coming up next. Let's use one hand. And at the top of your one arm swing, you might be in this position right here. Or 2 hands could be out front. I prefer here. From here, let's take one hand and reach it down. This is the down phase of your swing. When the hand approaches that groin, then we'll hinge back. Keep the hand tight, press the feet away, extend those hips, then enjoy that kettlebell float and rest. One more time. The arm comes down, we hold that high tension plank. Then we hinge on the hips. Extend those hips, pushing the feet away, then the arm would float up. And right now, just switch, and same thing on the other side. This is my preferred position. Find yours in the one arm swing, but the hand and the bell come down to the hip. Then you push your feet out, increase that full body tension, and hip extend through, let it float. And one last time, the arm down. Set up that hip hinge, push the feet out, extend those hips through, float that kettlebell, and then shake it and rest. You can use your 2-arm swing for this drill. We'll be using our 1-arm swing. We'll be going back and forth between reps of 5, rights and left, and then 10.
So over the past couple of weeks, we've been doing 6 sets. And last week it was 5, and then 8s, and then 10s, and then 10s, and then 8s, and then 5s. So we're keeping with the 6 sets, but we're gonna change our reps to 5 and 10s. I go, you go, I go, you go. Pick one of us, join. We start with 5 and 3, 2.
1-arm swings here, making sure that each swing again is as powerful as the one before it. We might get more fatigued and more tired, that's okay, but stay powerful. 5 for Lauren.
Team goes now. So if you went with me, we're resting, and Team Ian is doing his first set of single arm swings for 5. When that bell goes down, it's our second hand for another set of 5.
Whew. For those swinging, it's that high tension. For those relaxing, it's a little bit of shaky, loosey-goose stuff in between. Great height for that kettlebell. Don't let that change. Set it up again though. There goes our rest and vice versa.
So Team Ian, another set of 5 here. We're preparing for our first set of 10 single arm swings. If 10 is too many, pick a number that's less than 10 and more than 5, or 5.
You got it. What's nice about these numbers is you get a little bit more rest, but it's a little bit more work and a little bit more rest. It's about 5 reps through for Lauren, and hopefully you're feeling strong, ready to go. Couple more, we'll shake it out. Lauren has that great breathing match, and those recovering in slow and out slower. Whew.
As we get swinging here, making sure, I'm trying to breathe in and out the nose, but we're also picking up and placing down that bell with purposeful control. So put it down and finish this drill just as you started. Second set of 10.
Shake it out. Dry off those hands. As Lauren said, it's all about that control. Preload, tip that kettlebell when you pull it up. Return it to that tipped position on the ground for a smooth disembarkment with that bell. A couple more swings. Oh, I'm wishful thinking on that. Let's go, 10 of them.
As we recover, I'll take that strong inhale and force the exhale. Keeping the grip loose. If you're swinging with Ian, you're still getting to that chest height, and that off arm is swinging with you. This is So that was set 1, if you want to call it that, or 2 rounds down. We're on to round number 3, 5s.
Back to 5, and hopefully it's a little bit easier. Slow down with that recovery with the breath, and match your breath with that power phase of the swing.
Team Ian, 5. Strong, number 1, number 5, the same. Chest tight, that retracted shoulder as we practiced in our single arm rows earlier.
The kettlebell is lighter when it's on your core, which again is that shoulder blade connected to the hip, connected to the ribs. I said it in the wrong order. Ribs connected to those hips. 5 reps. Here we go.
Team Ian, another 5. We're preparing for our next set, which is 10. As you're doing your swings, you have that core brace at the top, but keep that core engaged as you go back into your hinge.
There's high tension throughout this kettlebell swing, and extremely high tension right there if you're watching Lauren. That big power phase, exceptional levels of tension here. It's a breathing match. It's heavy feet in the floor. Drive that arm through. And then you catch your breath. In and out.
I need to start wearing my fancy ponytail. My hair is flinging. We're in the middle here of set 4 of 6. Ian is finishing up his first round of 10 on this arm. We're breathing and recovering and getting ready for that second side, another set of 10. Here we go.
In slow, out slower, shake and wiggle. 10 swings for Team Lauren. How are you doing? 10 is too many. Pick that medium or low number, and then a higher number, and wave back and forth. We're working towards 10s and 10s and 10s, but I love a good 5 to get us there.
All right, Ian. Finishing up set 4 of 6. We're slowing it down. Staying loose. Breathing. And preparing for 5s. What a nice number. So decent.
I'm looking forward to the set of 5 here.
I'm going to buy Ian a little bit of time because unfortunately he gets a little less rest because I only do 5 here.
Next swing. And keep. Lauren's butt cheeks are squeezing. The feet are heavy on the floor. Abs. Punch their punch. You break your fists. Follow cues for high tension. 5 swings.
5 single arm swings. Set number 5. Punch in the stomach. Punch in the stomach. Punch in the butt. Always ready.
When we first did that drill in Poland, I wasn't ready for it. I almost lost my pierogies. Find that high tension on the core for safety and for strength in your lift. Oh,
I may have punched him a little too hard.
And
we really had just eaten pierogies. We had a lot of pierogies that trip. It was delicious. And beet soup, actually, quite delicious. All right, last set.
This is the
10s.
Last set of 10s here. Heavy toes, clench butt cheeks, abs of steel, pack the shoulder, finish with integrity. I'm out of words, I'm out of cues. I need my rest. In slow, out slower. Getting one recovery breath in there. Now it's our turn to go.
As you hit those higher numbers of reps with your swings, we're still thinking core tension, but we're also remembering to still hinge on every swing. As we get tired, sometimes that hinge starts to disappear and it starts to just become a little rock back. Reach those hips back to the wall behind you on every swing. Last set.
Last set. Shaking it out. Telling yourself what you did really well. Obviously telling yourself it's challenging with this movement. The endurance. Killer on the heart rate. Shaking it out. Okay. Here we go.
Breathe in. As Ian finishes his last set, try to breathe in and out your nose. Keep that strong exhale. And if you're with Ian, that exhale matches the hips coming through. Keep the brace, keep the hinge. Last swing there. Let's all have 15 seconds of free time breathing. No rules, but okay, there's a couple rules. Try to keep your mouth closed and try to get your breath under control. Now I'm gonna add some more rules. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, exhale for 4, 3, 2, in for 4, out for 4, in for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, in for 4, hold for 4, in again for 4, out for 4. One more round. In for 4, hold for 4, in for 4. Here we go, out for 4, and then hold empty for 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a tricky one.
The back of my throat did not want me to do that.
I heard a couple.
I know, so I'm sorry for the excessive noise on the mic there. Oh, that feels good though.
Yeah, so we totaled that up before.
90, I believe. 10, 20.
I think it's more than that.
Oh,
90.
Lauren is a mathematician, but I'm pretty sure that was 90.
Yeah, that's right, 90.
Anything
Sometimes
else?
it's hard.
Planned
Let's do a little quick stretcheroo.
Excellent.
Okay, we'll revisit kind of the get up position again. So take a single leg and let's drop it back into our lunge. Stay for a second. Extend your back hip forward and pull your front leg in. So this scissor-like action as you slowly descend to the floor. It's probably a lot through the front of that hip of the back leg. Let's stay here. And all I want you to do is just squeeze your back cheek, pull your front leg in and feel that back hip lightly extend. Add a little breath there. Now, from here, I'd like to add a rotation. So we'll just heel toe that leg open. We'll take the arm of the leg that's out to the side and place it across our chest. We're gonna do our head rotates to one leg, or to that leg, and then the upper body is gonna rotate. And then from there, as in our get up, we'll use our hinge for our hips to go back and our hand find the floor and then stack over top. Now, I want you to retract your top shoulder blade and keep it there. Your head is gonna look at the hand on the floor. And then that upper body is gonna follow. As we're doing that, keep that bottom shoulder packed, but also keep that top shoulder of the arm across your body lightly retracted, as to not just rotate with that shoulder. Breathe, try to find a bit more rotation through that rib cage, but watch, it's not all coming from the blade. Then head will rotate open, shoulders will rotate open, arm will push away, hips extend, head to the front, shoulders to the front, heel toe to the front. One more up on this side, so driving away to stand up. Alternate legs. Step back. Pull in, press forward. Pull in, press forward. Slow descent down. Great. Keeping that back hip extended, driving down on the front leg. Let's just hold that isometric hip flexor, stretch, strengthen like position here. Feeling some work through that front of the hip and trying to keep the shoulder stacked over top of the cheek and the knee. And then lightly relaxed. Heel toe that leg open. Side arm, cross body. Head rotates. Upper body rotates. Hinge on hip, hand finds floor. Stack over top. Keep that shoulder retracted. Head looks at hand on the floor. And then upper body rib cage tries to roll. Seeing how you could find some rounding through that, but keep the blade retracted. Then head will rotate open, shoulders and rib cage open, hand away from floor, head to center, shoulders to center, heel toe to center. Use both legs one last time to help you up. And then wipe your sweat, wipe your brow, say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
Thanks for joining us tonight on our Strength and Swings class, where we play with our strength, we use our kettlebells, and we always enjoy working out our body.
Always.
My name's Lauren.
I'm Ian. Thanks very much for joining us here today. To our members, stay tuned that link letter. To our non-members, visit us at barsandbells.com to become a member and support our practice, help your strength, and have fun training at home, in the gym, wherever you may be. We'll be here again, most urgently, tomorrow, with Thursday at 8:15 for our bar class. We look forward to training with you, playing with you, and staying strong soon. Take care. Have a great night. Goodbye.
Goodbye.